You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 155.
155, man. I'm Segway Sergeant again this week, man.
Hey, what's happening? New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON, 2 underscores, a letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us.
You a little rusty there, wasn't you?
Huh?
A little rusty.
Hey, Matt, listen,
you had to
man,
think about it. It's like
did.
you had to think about it.
It's been a couple weeks since we recorded, and I feel like I was out of town last weekend, and I'm just now getting back to
mode.
Yeah, it's like, yo. It's crazy. Oh, wait. Before we move forward, Confessions of a Pop Culture Freak, the Oversaturated blog is back in full effect. Shout out to Brittany Jones, who's our writer. Thank you for that. She just posted a new blog last week, so make sure you go check that out on oversatthepod.com. So shout out to Brittany, man.
And also, let's announce the newest team member too, Orson.
Yes.
Orson, our homie from the TV Blurred podcast, has come on to help us with editing and just behind the scenes stuff, and then he might come back and talk shop with us too.
You might talk some shit one day.
Just to have another person that kind of helps with the vision of OS along with Brittany, just kind of we appreciate everybody that fucks with us. That's pretty much what we're getting.
The team is growing.
Yeah,
the team is growing.
Send your resumes though. The email. What is it? I don't know what it is, but
oversatpodcast@gmail.com.
Okay.
So yeah, send resumes. We always looking for expansion of the team. So holla at us. Whatever you can bring, just holla at us. But anyway.
But no, man. How was your weekend, man? How's it been since last time you've been here?
Oh man, listen. I probably had some of the most fun I've had all this year when I went to C2E2 last weekend. Got my cosplay on again.
Yes, sir.
I was more comfortable this time.
Okay.
I reprised my cosplay of Miles Morales.
Okay.
I had the kicks going. I had the better shorts, so everything flowed better. So it was lit. It was lit. I didn't post many pictures because I was just too busy having fun. Yeah. So. Nah, it was dope. I picked up some nice pieces. Okay. The one thing I wanted to buy while I was there was a set of Dragon Balls.
Okay.
And I found some for cheap too. So and they're nice quality. So bought that. Bought like some anime inspired streetwear type things.
Okay.
And just a bunch of comic books. So that's usually what I go for. A lot of people like to go for anime. I'm more of the superhero comic book type guy. So that's what I like to go and see and things like that. So it was lit, man.
Okay.
It was lit.
Any appearances by anybody there? That you mentioned?
Rosario Dawson was there, and Billy D. Williams.
Oh wow.
And then there was a panel with all 4 of the original voice actors from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original TV show.
Okay,
so
that's
I actually had a chance to sit in on that panel and just hearing their stories of how they even got the job for voice acting. It was crazy, and them telling their wives like, "You're going to do what? That doesn't make sense." Like it was dope. It was dope to hear those stories.
Yeah, I imagine it was the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, late 80s. Yeah.
Like I'm not really acting, but I'm gonna read for this part.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna read for a cartoon. I mean, but
and it's what?
But you know what? It's so weird. Like cartoons wasn't a new thing. Like voice acting has always been a thing, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So voice acting has been a thing, but for I guess something like that, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and for something like that, it was somewhat of it was a new property. It was a comic book, but they had not done the cartoon yet. So this is like the first time it was in cartoon form.
So we say like, oh, I'm doing Bugs Bunny. Oh, okay, I do your
Yeah,
thing,
that's Bugs Bunny. But
yeah, but
you're a Ninja Turtle. What?
So it's a turtle.
Right.
That fights.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just hearing those stories was dope.
Okay. Last question about it. Did you bump into Geek Set while you was there?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And I saw them post that they were there, but I didn't even see them.
Yeah, Geek Set out here, man.
No, man.
They outside with it.
Like big outside. So shout out to them. They're shooting their Black Geek documentary too. So yeah, man. Shout out to Geek Set. But no, it was lit. It was lit.
That's what's up.
Man.
That's what's up. I have nothing. I just be chilling, man. I just be chilling, man. I don't be on nothing.
I saw you outside with your shoulder pouch.
Hey, man, I do what I can. Man. I do what I can. I'm trying to expand the wardrobe a little bit.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. You know,
I just
part of the cool kids.
I just didn't want the full joint.
Now the question is,
that's personal.
Question is, what did you have in it?
Oh, I had like my earphones, like my lip chap, like some keys, like you know what I'm saying.
Some gum,
a little essential, essentials. I had my wallet in there. So my pockets were real light. It felt good to only have like keys and a phone in the pocket.
Is that what it's like? Never mind. Never mind. I was going nothing.
I know.
Yeah, disregard. Disregard what I was about to say. But it's lit.
It's about to be wild. I
know. Yeah. I'm cool.
But what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one.
All right.
I think you like this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I try to hit you with original, right? My birthday was 2 weeks ago, so I always do like this reflective moment. Like I was like, hey, this came out on my birthday, and it was a great moment. So I'll give the question is, can you think of any like classic maybe album or movie property that came out on your birthday that you kind of attach yourself to?
No, so it's interesting because that's
maybe just around, like you know what I'm saying, like the birthday weekend or something like that. Nothing like that.
Not that I can recall. No albums or movies or anything that came out in March. I mean, the most recent thing would be the Batman, but that was this year. Like that came out in March 9th or something like that. But
I mean,
yeah, no, so
close enough, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I'll go with that. But one thing that like a historical event that happened on my birthday centuries ago is the Ides of March. Julius Caesar was assassinated, so that's like the one thing I attach to my birthday because that's the only thing I know about on March 15th. And then I was born, you know, the most classic thing of all. So. But yeah, no, that's all I got.
Well, hey man, I got 17 years ago, I think. 2005. That's 17 years, right?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Oh, yeah, we'll go with that. Sounds right.
Quick maths.
Right, 2005, July 26th, you know, rapper Jay Jenkins. Some of you might know him as Young Jeezy. Dropped TM 101. And I'll never forget going to Best Buy to buy it on my birthday.
Nice.
It never left the CD player for the next, 3 months. That's how good the album was. And then just to have that classic album associated with my birthday kind of helps me. I was like, my 18th birthday. So it's just something that kind of blows my mind every time I kind of think about it. And then the other thing I can probably think of is a movie is Austin Powers Gold, remember, with Beyonce. But we ain't got to talk about that. We ain't got to talk about that.
The worst in the franchise.
Man, what?
But Austin Powers as a character in like movie franchises is hilarious.
The first two are great.
Hilarious.
That third one, though, Jesus.
That's hilarious. Quick Googles. Rest in peace to Nate Dogg. He died on March 15th. That's interesting. So yeah, that's all I got on that. So yeah. All right, so for my off the dome, right? So hip hop as a genre just had its 49th birthday on August 11th. So shout out to hip hop. Yeah. So my question to you is, as for an individual who had never heard any hip hop music, what's one song that would allow you to introduce them to hip hop? Any era, any time.
If I'm gonna give you one song, I would go Nas, "Life Is a Bitch." I mean, life's a bitch, then you die. Yeah, did I say it right?
I think so.
Okay.
We just gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with I'm going with The Message, Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. And the reason I'm going with that is because hip hop, it's a storytelling genre, and it's the voice of the people. It's the voice of our culture to let people understand or know what's going on with us in our own surroundings. And The Message was one of the first songs in hip hop period to actually like portray that, and I feel like do it really, really well, to where it's like, oh wow, this is really happening. This is crazy. So that, I mean, and I really love The Message. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
Well, I mean, the message is a message, but I don't know. Like, if you want to paint a more broader, like I guess a more general thing of hip hop, like, hey, this is what kind of sounds like what is on the radio right now. Yeah, like you can get "Life's a Bitch" from anybody right now. I don't know if the message like translates well, like aged well. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay, I mean, we can agree to disagree on that, and maybe I need to go back and listen to it. But from what's in my brain, I feel like it translates well.
Oh no, age well.
Oh,
Translate. Well, okay, yeah. Message, yeah, I got you. But
yeah.
age
well.
No.
What about it? What about it? Do you think doesn't age well?
Oh, the beat easily.
The
beat and the flow. What you mean? Like, what you talking? You act like niggas rap like that now. Niggas rap like Nas is on "Life is a Bitch" right now.
That's funny.
And that's damn near 30 years. What, Illmatic 30 years now?
That's funny.
Or close to?
Close to it, yeah. But I mean, of course, that's the beginning. So like, it's the evolution. The evolution. That's all. That's all.
It's more of a timeless thing. That's what I was getting at.
Got you. All right, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at this.
I'm not saying the message is a bad song for those that are listening. Yeah, I'm not saying.
Right, because they will misconstrue that, right?
No, I just said it didn't age well. It's very possible.
Right.
Very possible.
That's funny as hell.
Off the dome, people, if you could associate your birthday with a classic property that came in or around that time, let us know what that is.
Yep. And then what hip-hop song would you play for somebody to introduce them to the genre of hip-hop? Let us know.
Yes, sir. OS Gang, family, kinfolk, what's happening?
What up?
We got a few things here on the docket. There's a lot because we missed a week, so I don't even know where to begin. Let's start here. Sad stuff first.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Teddy Ray, actor and comedian, most notably of All Def Digital fame. Johnny, what do you have on this?
Anytime something like this, it's so random. It's so random. Teddy Ray was one of the most hilarious comedians of today's time. The majority of his work that I've seen him do has been through All Def, but I watched like stand-ups of his and everything on YouTube and things like that. Just a funny guy, man, and a truly genuine guy from what I could tell of how he interacted with all of his peers. Yeah. Well loved. Mm-hmm. Just a great guy, man. Just rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man. It's sad. At the age of 32, so virtually in our age range, just a little bit younger, but the cause of death I think is still virtually unknown because this happened Friday, Saturday?
I thought it was yesterday.
No, this happened the day before then.
Okay.
So just seeing that, it was like, wow, right?
Get right. And
no, you're right. I'm sorry, it was yesterday.
Okay. So yeah, like, as we all do when we have free time, we're scrolling social media. Mm-hmm. The first I saw Doughboy, who I think Teddy Ray and Doughboy might have been like best friends. Yeah. Because they had their own series on All Def too, which was hilarious to me, right? But then I saw him post something on Instagram, just a sad face and a heartbreak emoji, and saying he didn't want to talk right now. I was like, oh shit, I hope he cool. Yeah. But then I started seeing people say rest in peace to Teddy Ray on Twitter. I was like, wait, no, that's insane. And then I saw a tweet from Patrick Cloud, who he works with closely as well, just urging people to be respectful of like posting pictures and videos of Teddy Ray because again, they had literally just happened in the moment. So who knows if Teddy Ray's family even knew or the information was being communicated to them or not, or maybe that's the first time they're seeing it on social media. It's like, so we really have to be mindful of that type of thing because even today it's still that those types of posts are still going out. So
I can identify with that side of not knowing that someone passed, and then you see it on social media. You're like, hey, yo.
Right, exactly.
So, me and you talked about that, but that's, it's just, my heart goes out to his family. Definitely the All Deaf family, because it feels like you watch these people so much, you feel like you know them. You grow an attachment to them.
Yes.
I don't know Teddy Ray, but I know that nigga's whole name.
Man, what?
Theodore Rashawn Brown III. Like, that's crazy, because I watched so much content with him, and he said that was his real name.
Right.
And that's not some shit you just forget.
No, not at all.
So that happens, but man, just appreciate you, bro, for all the laughs.
Word,
All the entertainment you've given us over the past 2 years. His run is it's hard to say, like, legend to us, right? But we can redefine what legend is because of the mark. You can go see where his stuff is.
Oh yeah,
and look at the comments of all the people before he passed.
Yep,
and say Teddy was my fave. Teddy is this. Teddy is that.
Yes.
So he got his flowers when he was here. So I don't know what happened, why he transitioned, but just. Peace and condolences to everybody involved. 100%,
man. Just saw him on Council Court too, man.
Man, look, Council Court, Teddy Ray versus Doughboy, all the great taste, all the roast me's, the early roast me's. Like, hey, Teddy got some joints out here, and he wasn't no slouch on stage either. He was funny on stage,
man.
Too.
What? And oh my god, and my man was musically inclined.
Yeah.
Did you see the Teddy Ray versus Doughboy where he made the R&B song? I ran that back.
Yo, bitch.
Y'all ain't gonna work cause he ain't cheating. Man, what? Shit was fire, man. So yeah, again, rest in peace to Teddy Ray, and condolences to his family and friends, man.
Yeah, definitely. Man. Another kind of mundane topic, but we got to talk about it since we're here. Mystikal arrested for yet another rape charge.
Shaking my head.
What you say?
Shaking my head.
Oh, I thought you said shake it fast. I was like, damn, bro.
Like,
I was like, hey, yo. That's what I was like. I was trying to figure out where we was going with that. We needed to laugh, but Johnny, what do you think about this fallen rap star coming on a third charge?
All right, man. He got to go now. He got to go away for the long haul. For the long haul, because the third time.
Before we get into like all the egregious charges, right? You would think twice, right?
Come on, man.
We are so fucking forgiving as people. This isn't the first time a rapist has been welcomed back into the black community with open arms, right? And we talked about how you can always eat on the chilling circuit because you're who you are in this a certain demographic, right?
Right.
Mystikal to like, I'll say our age, 30, 34, 35 and up, he can always eat because he's Mystikal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if Mystikal was coming to St. Louis, just hypothetically speaking, before these charges came out, right? People would flock to that show.
Facts.
Or flock to that club.
I think he was just here either early this year or last year.
People forget about those things. Just like if R. Kelly was out here, respectfully, if you want to do a show at St. Charles Family Arena, people would pull up.
Hey, man.
And I'm not lying.
Oh no, big facts. I was just at Harold's in Chicago last weekend, and they was playing all R. Kelly in there.
Hey man, can I get my six-piece dark mild salt and pepper? I don't really care about that.
We sat right there at 8. Try my best not to sing the song. Hey
man, he did that stuff. You didn't do it. You can sing them words. That's the other thing. But back to Mystikal.
Yeah, right.
Went around the world. But just it was mostly like false imprisonment and then those type of things, forcing this woman to do certain things. And it's just like he blacked out because he thought that she took $100 from him or something like that.
I didn't even get that.
Well, keep reading. I found another article. But yeah, it's still false imprisonment charges and rape. Like, he's forced someone that was like a hairstylist. I'm like, this nigga's bald. Like, why does he have a hairstylist?
Maybe for his beard. I don't know.
It ain't for them.
I don't know.
He ain't had braids in a long time. So I'm like, what's hairstylist?
I don't. Well, I say it for his beard. I'm looking at this picture. Maybe not.
He look like Life Jennings right now. He don't look like Mystikal no more.
That's why he needed the hairstyle. That's why he needed it.
Hey man, we all over the place with this one. This is wild. Hey, it's just, but the bigger story is just the fact that again. So what happens on the sentencing? What happens, this time around? Because it seems like ain't nobody going around scream, "Oh, we go cancel, here I go, shake your ass of danger." Like none of his hits, you know what I'm saying?
I sure haven't heard nobody say cancel this man.
Oh no,
I haven't heard a peep
because Mystikal's heyday is so far behind him. It doesn't necessarily make the splash, if that makes sense. I don't know.
No, it does. It does.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't know. The reason I say that is because who listens to Mystikal outside of us and older?
This is true.
That's why. Oh, are you agreeing?
No, I'm agreeing.
Oh, okay.
I'm agreeing. Because
that's why I was like, it doesn't make a splash. I was just like, well,
if Mystikal was making new music today and the shit was fire, people would have been all over this whole cancel thing. But like you said, because Mystikal's heyday was way back when, and people our age and older, you know, we're the ones that typically listen to Mystikal anyway, or going to pack out his shows. Cancel culture don't matter to older people.
It don't.
So that's why we heard nothing about
the only way he gets canceled is if he's in prison. Like that's the only way he gets like quote unquote canceled. But if he's outside and able to perform, he's always gonna get his dollar.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He always gonna get the money.
Big facts. Big facts.
So move, bitch. If you want to perform his verse, he go out there and do it.
That's true. Oh, never mind. I was about to make a joke.
No, man.
Nope. That's crazy though.
Well,
but for the third time though, we gotta just leave them there now.
Yeah,
like,
man.
The third time is nasty, like extremely nasty.
Extremely nasty. Let's talk about something else, right? This can be considered a sad topic depending on who you want to ask. The Breakfast Club, as we know, has come to an end. The ideation of it, I would say. Angela Yee has announced that she's actually going on her own, you can say solo, a nationally syndicated radio show. Wow. But Johnny, what do you think about Angela Yee leaving the Breakfast Club? Leave me alone.
You know who you sounded like?
Who, to you?
No, not here. What's my man? Webby. Remember we?
Charlotte McGain.
Yes.
Charlotte McGain.
Angela Yee.
Yeah, Angela Yee. Angela Yee leaving the Breakfast Club as we know it and embarking on a solo venture.
Oh man. All right. I feel like it's a lot of different angles I can go here. So first, let me congratulate Angela. Yes, I know what's going on, right? So I don't listen to the actual radio today. So I don't know how many black women head radio hosts there are on radio, period. No matter the city, no matter the market. So for her to be able to obtain her own radio show as a black woman, I think it's dope. Like it's great, right? Yeah. So shout out to Angela Yee for that.
Yeah.
She initially tweeted out the Breakfast Club as you know it is over. Yeah. Now this was the night before she even gave the details about what was really going on, right? So of course, social media they take one thing and run with it without having any additional information. So they was like, "Ooh, I knew the Breakfast Club was over and they were doomed from the start," and all kind of shit. It was crazy. But now that we actually know the Breakfast Club itself is going to continue, it's just that Angela Yee is leaving for her own show. I think all of those people had to eat their words because Breakfast Club not going nowhere. Yeah. But I do want to ask you though. So I used to watch Breakfast Club interviews all the time on YouTube, right? Do you think the show is going to be any different without her there?
I'm gonna answer your question, and then I'll get into a spiel.
Okay.
With the show dynamic changing, yeah. Even though I didn't necessarily, go, all the way in on what Angela Yee provided for the Breakfast Club, I do get that having a woman there can balance out Charlamagne and Envy. So it's needed. Right. It's needed. So I wonder first of all, who her replacement would be, or if it'll just remain a duo. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Time will go. Time will tell with that. Charlamagne is the Breakfast Club to me personally, not because I'm just a huge Charlamagne fan, but he is the interviewer.
Yes,
he is the one that has brought the foolishness, good, bad, or indifferent, to that radio platform in a world where terrestrial radio isn't a thing anymore. Gotcha. But Breakfast Club still has its place, and then they already got their 10 years in. Then they get the Millennium Award or something. We got the Radio Lifetime Award.
Yeah.
Remember that like some time ago?
That,
So they're cemented.
Yep.
So in an age of podcasts where they barely get those A-list celebrities to come through anymore, I don't know. Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just wondering what the Breakfast Club will be because Charlamagne is doing his thing. Envy flip houses. He get $1 billion for spinning records. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just like. Their interests have went this way, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just they did what they were supposed to do.
Right, exactly.
Now with Angela Yee leading her own radio show, that's dope. Because I'll say this: no one's really talking about the fact that Wendy Williams is down and she's done. She's retired, like she's gone.
That's true.
So Angela Yee can definitely step into that spot, into that lane, because that's what Angela Yee does. Celebrity gossip. So if celebrity gossip is the lane that she's in. Wendy Williams has retired, unfortunately, for medical reasons.
Right,
so,
right.
Boom. I ain't mad at it.
I ain't even think about that, but no, that's facts, though.
So, Angelique can pick up that torch and run with it.
Now, like you said, that the lane that Wendy Williams left open is there, right?
Yep.
I don't listen to lip service, so I don't. She could be a completely different type of host there, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that's something that Angela Yee can... do you think she can step into that lane and really like hold it down in that lane, like on her own? Is what I'm asking.
Well, only time will tell. Yeah. I mean, well, obviously the people believe, like the higher ups believe in it.
Yeah,
like they nationally syndicated radio show from the back, from the jump. Mm-hmm. Even Breakfast Club didn't get that. Like they had to work up to it.
Oh yeah, they had to work up to it. But I guess because they have, as a collective, the Breakfast Club has so much equity in radio and in the game, period. It's now, like, if any one of them wanted to go and get their own show, I feel like they would automatically get
the syndication. Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe she just built up the equity with the higher ups.
I think that's exactly what it is. But I mean, only time will tell. She's been doing lip service for hellas.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And then I would imagine being on the radio, you know how to switch podcast and radio mode. Mm-hmm. She's been doing it too long. Mm-hmm. So I think she'll be able to transition into whatever she's going to do on the radio.
Got you. I mean, like you said, only time will tell. Mm-hmm. Personally, I'm not 100% sure. Only because from what I've seen with her in the collective of the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne and Envy, I don't like. She has her own segments, that she does, the rumor report, all that good stuff. Cool, but as far as I guess the interviews go, I don't think she really adds any value to that. But maybe it's because Charlamagne and Envy usually like talk over her. Maybe the interviewer talks over her. Maybe they don't give her a chance to really, show off her interviewing chops type shit. Because again, she has a lip service. So
this is hey, look. Two things can be true, right? That probably can be true, but mama, you've been on air 10 years, 11 years, 12 years. How long?
And it got to a point where she got comfortable. She was collecting the checks. She was like, I'm gonna do my segments, let them do the interview thing, and then I'm cool. Because again, she just like the rest of them, she has her own business ventures on the side too. So who really know? Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? She probably won't be on the radio in St. Louis.
No, she will. I mean, nationally syndicated, so it depends on if she's going to iHeart. If she's going to iHeart, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not sure if it's a morning show. Like, if it's morning, I don't really know because I don't know how those things work.
It'll be interesting if it is a morning show because she'll be competing with the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, because if it's iHeart or if it's Clear Channel, well, it's got to be iHeart because she said she spoke to the higher ups at iHeart, so
she did.
They're the ones that gave her Joe. So I don't know how this works.
Okay, last question on this. Okay. Do you think it was secretly beef? The reason she's leaving?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because Charlamagne got so many side ventures. Like this nigga done had about 3 shows.
He got a show right now called Hell of a Week or some shit. Like,
and then he was hosting the show on MTV. He was getting primed for late night doing something else, right?
Well, yeah. So this is interesting. Charlamagne has had like 2 or 3 different like late night shows. I know he had Guy Code at one time. It was some other like late night talk show on Comedy Central, I think. But now he has Hell of a Week.
And then think about it like this: he was remember like those? He did like a few interviews, like 101s away from the Breakfast Club. So like that Kanye interview, he did that by himself.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, man. Shout out to all parties involved. Angela Yee, congratulations.
Yeah.
I hope everything goes well at your new radio show. I wonder what it's going to be called. That'll be interesting to know.
I mean, I might tap in because I'm pretty sure the way that YouTube and everything, your algorithms are set up, you'll see something, you'll be like, oh, let me tap in.
And I mean, if she's smart, just like the Breakfast Club did, they just took their radio show and recorded it and put that shit on YouTube. So I imagine she's going to do the same thing.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah, and she get all the YouTube checks herself.
Exactly.
So shout out to Angela Yee.
Shout out to Angela Yee. But let's switch lanes. We're still going to talk about top tier media if you want to call Drink Champs that. But on I mean, they are.
Yeah.
They got the money pumping into them. But on a recent interview of Drink Champs, we had Irv Gotti on there just talking crazy, talking mess, doing what Irv Gotti does. But he recently talked about his failed relationship with Ashanti and how he found out that she was dating someone else, Cornell Haynes Jr., Nelly, by sitting at home watching the basketball game with his wife, Johnny. What do you think about Irv mentioning Ashanti's name 20 years later?
Like, I want to call this every defaming name in the book. Like, this is extremely corny, nasty, stupid, dumb. Is you dumb?
Yeah,
like why? I don't. I do not understand.
Can we address something, right?
What's up?
Well, when Irv was telling the story, right, and Nori is trying to piece it together, like Nori is funny, right? Like he was like, yeah, I was at home watching the game. And they announced, like, all these people was cheering. He's like, Ashanti's here with Nelly. He was like, oh, country grandma. Like, I was like, nigga, what does that have to do? I'm like, y'all niggas be trying to be funny on the low. Like, I watched that clip so many times. I hear him say, oh, country grandma. Like that's how he don't tell me.
Right. Let's see. Wait till you get Nelly on Drink Champs. then he got to address this shit in person. But anyway, damn, that's hilarious. Hey, man, I have no words for Irv, man.
Well,
like, what the hell?
It's so many angles you can go at this thing, right? I'm pretty sure, and I'll probably get to it at some point, but this interview is 3 hours. But that's the salaciousness that comes out of the interview and becomes a soundbite. Now, is he corny for mentioning that? Yes. Let Ashanti be over there and take her Instagram pictures. She be chilling, man. She perform her songs and don't nobody even care. Let's talk about how she doesn't have her masters. Shout out to the Khalees stands in our comments. But, shout out to how she doesn't have her masters and she has to re-record all her music.
Right, but he still won't give her the stems.
All right, that's one, right? Two, like, it's so much that Murder Inc. could, you can talk about with Murder Inc., which probably is talked about in the documentary, which I have not watched, which I would love to get to.
Oh, is one out?
Yeah.
Did he? Oh, it's out already.
That's why he's doing like the press runs.
And I was going to get to that too. Like, after just watching a few clips of this interview, because I wasn't watching the whole shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. A part of me feels like, well, even though it's still corny that he did this shit, I feel like a part of the reason why he went and told those stories about Ashanti was to drive traffic to the documentary.
He's a master marketer. That's something you can't get, you can't take away from Irv Gotti. Somebody that they got claim to say that I put Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule on. Like, that's me. Like, I did that, you know what I'm saying, for hip-hop or whatever. So he got a claim. You know what I'm saying? He has a claim, and that's where that bravado, that comes from. And then not to mention, I mean, I beat the feds. Like, the feds was in. Remember, the feds came and got them. That's really why Murder Inc. Went away. It wasn't because of G Unit beef. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Right.
It was really because of the feds.
Right.
He beat the feds.
Changed their whole name to
the Inc. But he didn't go to jail though.
Right.
I want to know about that. Like, stuff like that interesting.
That ain't in the documentary.
No, and then he just got didn't he get like a $300 million deal or something crazy like that?
Yeah.
Something like that. Like recently.
Yeah, no, recently.
Teach me how to get $300 million.
He got
20 years after my day. After I was already in bed with the feds, they came and indicted me, but I got 300 M's.
Talking to white billionaires.
Amen.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Now, I ain't mad at it. Get your money so you can do what you want to do, right? Mm-hmm. But I just don't understand why he had to go through such great lengths
to bring
to
Ashanti
really
up.
do that. Like, yeah, it's like to bring Ashanti up, because why? Ashanti drink her water, mind her own business. doing her own thing.
She really is.
Now we gonna get into the real petty shit because a couple of days after the interview came out, did Nelly bring Ashanti on stage and said I'll take her to another basketball game?
Yeah, it's like I got some front row tickets or something like that. I was like, yeah, that's y'all know.
Right? Yeah.
Nelly a petty ass nigga.
Quit fucking with Nelly.
He petty ass nigga.
Yeah.
Man.
And then even on top of all of that, he was married while he was,
It's a lot of nasty dynamics, right? Married,
don't make no sense.
That's your boss. Like you preying on this woman and then you never gave her masters either. And this like at least in the Pharrell Khalid situation, if we just want to use that as a situation, we don't know if they had like any intimacy or anything that.
Right.
We know you was fucking this young lady, and then you kept
because
her
you
masters,
told us,
and then you kept her masters. So you fucked her twice.
And then he's in the process of selling said masters to somebody else.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. I found that in one of the clips that I saw. Like that's crazy. That's insane.
I was gonna say something.
No,
I've been trying to figure.
We
Okay,
here.
This is the thing. Like, all right, like, no, not talking about Ashanti, but just in general. Why do everybody want to own their masters? I don't know if y'all masters be worth that much sometimes.
And I think that's the point a lot of people miss. Yeah, you can own your masters, but if the shit trash, you still not about to make no money.
Ashanti can get a dime off of here and there. Ashanti, because she wrote a lot. She wrote. She did a lot behind the scenes with her stuff, so I can get it. But it's just be like other people. I'm like,
because you can get your masters, but it's what you do with them. Are you going to license the music out? Are you going to allow people to sample? Are you going to let people use license out to commercials and movies and things like that? Like, what are you going to do with the masters once you have them? Everybody wants to talk about owning masters and being an entrepreneur and all this kind of stuff. See, now I'm going on a rant. Yeah. But what are you really doing with that information, those tangible assets once you have them? You just saying it because you hear everybody else say it.
That's true.
So, it is what it is, though.
It's definitely one of those things, man. But let's speak of something that's a little bit more cheerful, I guess you would want to say. Posthumously, rap star Nipsey Hussle is receiving his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Johnny, what do you think about the fallen rap star getting his Hollywood Walk of Fame star?
Let me defer to you. You take it first. You take it first.
It's one of those things. I get, Nipsey was so beloved while he was here. I feel like they kind of give those stars to anybody, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say Nipsey's not a star, not to say he couldn't get there, but what's the criteria? Like, what's the aim of getting a Hollywood star? And then posthumously, I don't even think Nipsey really give a fuck about it. If he was here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's me. Of course, we're all speculating.
That's funny.
What this man's thought process and intentions were with his own career, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think that he was like, hey, I'm grinding out of Crenshaw to get my, star right here.
That's funny.
And then it's like, it's kind of like, if you can remember back to when we had the debate about Biggie getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I felt like Biggie didn't have enough. But then again, I don't know what the criteria is. Like, Biggie had 2.5 albums to me, but yet he was enough to get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's how I looked at it. And it's kind of like the same situation here in a sense of I'm not sure what the criteria is. I love Nipsey. Me being the Nipsey low-key stan that I am, I'm still trying to understand how, why. Like those, I'm trying to ask myself those questions. Not to say that someone is undeserving, but it's just like,
So the reason I deferred to you is because I thought we were going to have differences of opinion. But no, I feel the same way. Nipsey, as an artist, as a musician, does not have enough to me to be in to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame right now. I tried to look up to see what rappers have one right now. Queen Latifah, Snoop, Ice Cube, 50, Eminem. Those are the names that came up. Ludacris is set to get one next year. Listen to the names I just named. These are people who have 2+ decades in the game of music, right? Yes, I understand Victory Lap was Nipsey's debut album, but yes, before that I know he had all his mixtapes and things like that, but I feel like Nipsey as a musician, as an artist, today doesn't have enough to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'll never discount his accomplishments.
Right.
I'll never discount what he meant to us, maybe just from an emotional standpoint.
100%.
But if we're going to be honest, like, you know what I'm saying, just what's the criteria? What's his resume? What are we saying?
Right.
But Nipsey's very beloved and taken from us far too soon. So
indeed,
a lot of times, what Jada could say, dead rappers get better promotion.
It's true. Clearly. But also, like, with...
It could be community activism. It could be a lot. Like, it could be the entrepreneurship. It could be a lot. I just don't know what it is. It's just like, oh, Nipsey's getting a star. Salute to Nipsey. But it's just like, I'm not really sure what that means.
I don't really know what it means right now either. But Karen Civil, I think she was like his manager or something like that.
Something like that.
And I think she still handles a lot of his affairs, PR type things, in his death. And I think she might have been instrumental in getting the star, which again, I mean, is I guess it's dope that it's happening, but again, what's the criteria? I think she's just doing that to further try to cement what Nipsey meant to the community, which is fine, but it's like,
I think Nipsey. See, this is me. I don't know what he would want. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, so it's like I'm always speculating. I don't think Nipsey cared about that shit.
Yeah, got you.
I don't. Like, even though he was ascending to a different level, he was getting in different rooms. I think Victory Lap was Grammy nominated. It's like he was ascending to a different level, and definitely mainstream wise. But it's just stuff like that. I think Nipsey is better with a mural on Crenshaw before he's better with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, if that makes sense.
Right, because to the community, to the culture, that mural would mean more than the star. Like,
exactly.
So no, I get it. I definitely understand what you're saying.
People pulling up to the Crenshaw store and to murals in that area before they pulling up to take a picture with the star.
Yep, because the people who care about the stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame will probably see his and say, "Who is this?" So
I have no rebuttal for that one.
Have you ever been to the?
No, I've never been to LA, so I can't speak on it.
Got you. It's the Hollywood Walk of Fame is. What's the right word I'm looking for here? I'm not gonna say overrated, but it's a little. I don't know. It's just you see it. It's like, oh, okay, that's it. Like, cause I mean it stretches for miles, right? But the stars are in front of like LA bodegas. Yeah. Like it's like, oh, okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. What? Why you look? If you're on YouTube, y'all see his face?
No, because I'm trying to think. Right? Okay, it's kind of like a cemetery, right? When do you run out of land? Like, I'm just trying to figure out.
Hey, yo.
Like, where we putting it? Like, where Nipsey start going? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where does he go next to? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn. Nah, damn.
It's like everybody getting a star, right? But where does your star go?
Where does it go? Yeah. Can't put that shit in the street.
No, you ain't put put me in front of the Chinese theater.
Right.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? No, nigga, like, you ain't put me in front of
There are stars in front of the Chinese theater.
That's why I want to be.
But I feel like it's filled.
I want to be with the old school niggas where it meant something. You ain't gonna put me down the block. Nah, fuck no.
You ain't putting me in front of my man that selling t-shirts.
Nope.
Yo, that's funny. That's funny. It's fucked up because it's probably where it is. See, now I want to go see.
It's trash,
man. That's fucking hilarious.
It's trash, man.
That is so funny.
Let's get into some TV film stuff, man. Let's start here first, right? Okay. The Power universe is actually shrinking. Power Book 5 influence that's supposed to star Lorenz Tate has actually been canceled. Johnny, what do you think about this headline?
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I read this, I wasn't surprised, and the reason I say that is because for the Tommy shit, I don't think it was well received. I started watching. That was the only one I wanted to see, and I didn't even finish it.
Damn,
I didn't finish.
I thought you did.
I didn't finish it. I think I watched like 4 episodes. And
okay.
I got distracted and never went back, and it was never like, oh shit, I gotta finish Tommy. So with Tommy being a character that was prominent in
The main
the
series.
original series, right? And nobody really watching that. What y'all think we gonna do with Tate? Because he was a side character toward the end of the series. So what we really doing?
Okay, I got two arguments.
Okay.
Right? I was excited for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like the potential of the political side of this stuff could be explored more.
Mm-hmm.
That, and I was thinking like Black House of Cards type thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was thinking that type of world. I was like, okay, I can rock with it, you know, with the power flair.
Yeah.
Damn. And then, you know, I rock with Lorenz Tate as an actor. So I was like, okay, exploring that world, him and his brother, you know, kind of getting backstories and you know, him ascending more into politics and that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. But I can see the TLC that goes into Tariq's show and Kanan's show.
Yeah.
Like Kanan on season 2.
Right.
I watched
Tariq
that.
finished season 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like we ain't even got season 1 of this shit yet.
Right.
All this stuff is supposed to run concurrently.
Right.
So it's just like, all right, well, it seems like all the TLC is going into that, and obviously BMF, which is not a part of the Power universe, but it is a 50 Cent property, at least you know, that type of property. So it seems like all the love is going into those shows, which is kind of unfair to even Tommy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like nobody's talking about the 4 show at all.
Literally at
At
all.
all.
I ain't seen nobody talk about the finale. I didn't watch the finale, so I don't know what happened. But I ain't seen nobody talk about it. Like when it first came out, because even you told me you had power fatigue, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people did because they were watching Tariq and watching Kanan.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch either one. Tommy was the only shit I really wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was watching, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But as you were talking, 50 Cent, I'm catching on to you. I think he trying to make the Power universe. I think he's trying to do like the Wire-esque type of show. And I guess I didn't really see it until as we were just talking about it, like with the different Power books, right? Mm-hmm. And just expanding those universes, how each season of The Wire was focusing on something different. Mm-hmm. Each Power book is focusing on something different, just, you know, with additional seasons. Mm-hmm. I didn't even catch that until now. I'm only you 50. Mm-hmm. So,
but yeah, it's just like the political stuff definitely would have tickled my fancy, if that's a word. Pause if applicable, you know, to y'all guys. But I was excited about that, man, because I actually like Tate's character. I like the shiesty niggas.
Right? No,
I enjoyed it.
And I was a fan of Tate's character as well. Mm-hmm. And I agree with you. Like the political side of it would have been dope to see. Like, you know, just to see his business dealings in the political world behind the scene.
Yep.
But also in this article, there is a Power book based in London that's being developed. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Keep it and give me Tate back.
Man, what? Listen, that's for London. What they got to do with me? I got to watch Jailbreaking Netflix or some shit. They watch it, so I don't care.
Oh no, I thought they were saying there's a spinoff. The spinoff is based in London. We'll see it.
Oh, okay.
But the spinoff is just based in London.
I thought it was like based for London. Like,
oh,
you know
no.
what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they got like shows that are The Office is a UK version. I'm like, I don't know.
No. This is Power, but it's just set in London.
Oh, okay. Reading is fundamental. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Reading comprehension, my guy.
That's all right, bro. I'm not watching that shit. I'm not. You can tell me how it is if you.
Damn it! I wanted to watch. Like, I really wanted to watch Influence. Like, I think if you go back in the game tapes, I said when they announced, I was like, that's the one I was really excited for.
No, I remember that.
Damn, man.
Nope. Scrapped.
That's
crazy. Go on and just leak the season. I know it's done, so just leak it.
That's the thing. I don't think they ever started. That's probably.
They didn't?
I don't believe so.
Oh, I don't believe so. That's why then. And they probably can't even get Lorenz Tate to even record this shit because he's probably doing some other stuff.
That's crazy. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know
that man.
Like, this is the thing. I'm not gonna disrespect Lorenz Tate the way other people was like in the comments saying like he can't act and all that. I'm like, whoa,
hey, time out.
I'm like, listen,
we're not gonna do that.
Of the people that got the spinoffs before Kanan, we didn't know what the fuck Kanan was gonna give us, which is actually really good. Like, Kanan is the best one to me. It is.
Gotcha.
Like, I just watched Tariq's show for the foolery. Like, I know it's bullshit, but I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Kanan shit actually is like developed well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's based in the past, so it's just like I'm intrigued by that.
Got you.
But
nah.
But don't disrespect Lorenz Tate like that, man.
Tate out of here,
man. What Darius Love Hall, man? Respect, man.
Hey, man.
All right.
I got nothing for it.
Well, hey, I know you got something for this. We always get you something. Blurred topic, blurred segment. MCU news. It came out recently that Giancarlo Esposito, you may know him as Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, has come out and said that he wants to play Professor X in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Johnny, what do you have for this?
I saw this headline, and at first I was like, I don't really know. But then I sat with it. I was like, I sat with it. First of all, my man, pronounce his first name for me because I can never get it.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
The last name always supposed to be Esposito.
Giancarlo.
Esposito.
Yeah. Okay. Him. I think it would be a phenomenal Professor X. I feel like he got the voice. He really doesn't have to do nothing but sit there and just like talk. Like I feel like he would completely kill the Professor X role. Like he would do so well in it. So well in it. If he is ever actually announced as Professor X, 77.3% of white people's head will explode.
You think so?
What? A black man cast as Professor X?
He's Afro-Latino, but okay. No, okay, I get you.
Yes, he's Afro-Latino. They gonna see him as black.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. An Afro-Latino man cast as Professor X?
Well, let's get into this, right? He was in a room, I think I'm not sure if it was Kevin Feige or it was someone, right? It was like some type of Marvel Comic-Con type panel type situation. And he was talking about he was in talks for several characters. So it wasn't just Professor X. It was Dr. Doom and I think someone else.
Oh, I think he would.
So the thing is, right, we love to put Giancarlo in the box of villain. Professor X can be, I think it was Magneto as well.
Okay.
So two villains, one leader, something
hero,
like that.
Hero. That's what we're trying to say.
Hero. So it's like, you know how phenomenal of an actor you can be when they pretty much say, "Hey, we want you to play anyone you want." Like it don't really matter. And we've always given Giancarlo his flowers here as being a very phenomenal actor, someone that doesn't necessarily have like the. I think he can get into any room that he so chooses to be in. I just don't think he has the name recognition, if that makes sense.
Which is crazy.
But if you look at his track record, oh, wow, right?
Yes.
Him playing Professor X, cool. If he wants to play Dr. Doom, cool. If he wants to play Magneto, lit. Like I'm with whatever he want to do. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like all of it. But I mean, you being one of the bigger villains and one of the best TV franchises of all time, consensus say, you know what I'm saying? It helps your case if you want to be Dr. Doom, especially being a big bad, which I think will be over Kang if you want to make that. You don't think so? No. I'm talking about movie wise. I ain't getting into the comic books. I'm just talking about what they may do with him in the film. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way that Dr. Doom could be a bigger villain than Kang. Okay. Now Dr. Doom can be a big villain, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Like a multi-movie arc villain, but
and that's pretty much where I was getting. At least being a multi. Like,
100%.
You ain't gonna see him one time.
Facts. Big facts. So yeah.
He won't be Gore the God Butcher.
That's real. I think Dr. Doom would probably be the perfect casting for him out of Doom, Magneto, or Professor X. Now, I think he would do well in any role. Yeah. But to be able to see him as Dr. Doom in a multi-film arc, especially if he would, I feel like he would have to pop up in Fantastic Four because he's, that's their villain, right? But then somehow maybe even work with Kang or do whatever he's going to do in phases 5 and 6.
Do they really want two black guys to be the bad guys? Do they really want that? Because remember, I went out on a limb, and I'm still here until facts change, and I have to change my opinion then. But I felt like Jonathan Majors will bring to Kang a better, acting prowess than Josh Brolin was able to do with Thanos. But for one, he's going to get more chances, as we can see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they kept Josh Brolin Thanos over there kind of like in the background. Then he came out for 2 movies. He's like, oh yeah, he's that nigga.
Shit, a movie and a half for real.
Yeah.
Or movie and a quarter. If we being technical.
But Kane, he done already had a 30-minute monologue. We was like, yeah.
Nah, that shit was fire too.
and then they already announced that he in 2 films 3 years from now. Like, well, not 3 years, but you get my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't give us that before.
They did. They did. Damn. Josh Brolin probably said like 37 words in Infinity War. No, him and Tony Stark, they had like a nice little dialogue on Titan. But outside of that, he didn't really talk much in Infinity War. And then we only seen
never got no 30-minute monologue.
Oh, big facts.
Well, not 30 minutes, but you get my point.
Yeah, no, I got you. But no, yeah.
But Giancarlo, in any role that he chooses, that shows, for one, who he is as an actor. And I think that's very, very dope. Where he can just say, hey, I want to play any of these 3 big characters. I'll think about it. I'll call you. I have my people call you.
I'll call you. He's saying that to Kevin Feige, like the MCU.
And then now, it always leans back to arguments that we had. Do you think that they have to land this particular actor for us to be invested? I would say this. Yes. I would say this. Like, you got to get one of those right.
You and I differ here.
Okay.
For you, yeah, I feel like yes. For me, not so much. Because
you have to get the casting right. You just can't cast anybody. I'm not saying it has to be a name. That's not what.
Well, no. So
like, if you fuck up,
I'm thinking you saying, do they have to cast a name? Of course, of course they got to get the casting right. I mean, I would imagine they would get the casting right. But I'm thinking you're asking, does it have to be a big name person?
Not for the villain per se.
Okay.
But you gotta. But I don't think you have to get Dr. Doom a big name. Professor X, I think so.
You think so?
Think about who he following up.
I mean, I hear you, but this.
They even brought Patrick Stewart back because they didn't want to recast him.
They killed his ass.
Again. This ain't the first time he died.
In the MCU it is.
Okay. But
see that.
But
like, it's
you know how iconic Patrick Stewart is? They was like, all right, we gonna run this back one more time. Like Magneto, I think you can miss on that.
But you
because
it's Patrick Stewart, you feel like they have to. I don't know, man. I disagree, man. I disagree. I mean, whoever they cast, I feel like they're going to do a good casting because, again, it's Professor X. Like, this is Professor X.
James McAvoy was good, too.
I agree.
And he was a big enough name, too, right?
I can't.
Oh, well,
I won't be able to say that, so I don't know. Because I don't know.
He was.
Okay, gotcha.
He was.
I'll take your word for it.
He's a leading man.
Cool.
So
But, again.
you're not going to miss on this one. I guarantee you're not going to miss.
Okay. Hey, man, listen. Don't matter who they cast. I'm going to see this shit. Now, if they do it right or wrong, I will humbly come in here and say, hey, that shit wasn't right. I had to do that shit on Multiverse of Madness because that shit was terrible. So yeah. But anyway, shout out to Giancarlo. I got it. Yeah. I enunciated. Yeah, I ain't gonna try last name. I ain't gonna try it. I'm not even gonna do my man a disservice. But whoever, if he does end up in the MCU, whoever he does decide to play, I just know he's gonna do a phenomenal job. I just know it. It's just a matter of who the character is. Okay,
let's ask this: you want to be a good or a bad guy? And then we can leave it alone.
Bad guy.
All right.
I think he should be a bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Now they ain't gonna, it ain't gonna cast him in Sabretooth for no shit like that. But he gonna be one of them dudes.
Cause he have to move. He have to move around. He a little older.
Man, they got my.
So with all of this being said about the casting of Professor X or Dr. Doom,
yeah,
are you going to watch She-Hulk this week? I know.
I was gonna ask about She-Hulk too, which was crazy, but that has nothing to do with nothing. And I would say I would check it out probably on Saturday. I don't care if it comes out on Wednesday. I'll watch it. I'm not studying down nothing.
Speaking
to watch
of, they pushed it a day, so it's Thursdays now.
Well, I'll watch it on Monday then. Next month. That shows how undecided I am. I'll get to it when I get to it. Yo, man, look, there's so many shows out now. I'm on City of the Hill right now.
So
I'm
funny,
on,
bro.
I'm on a whole bunch of stuff. Hell, Game of Thrones come back next Sunday. I'm with everything.
I heard Miss Pat. She has a show on BET Plus. Her second season just started. So I didn't get a chance to watch the first one yet, but I don't have BET Plus. But shout out to Ty Molly. She posted a clip from season 2, and that shit.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God, it's wild as hell. So yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna have to do the subscription or something, the free trial, and watch that shit in the weekend because that shit look fire. That shit look fire. All right, man. I think we reached the end of the docket. We'll get into new music next week because it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. We've already tapped you guys with a lot here.
Yeah,
Johnny, what you got for the people?
If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button. Hit the comment section. Let us know about or chime in on any of the conversations that we had today, or let us know any type of topics you want us to discuss going forward. Also, don't forget to check out Confessions of a Pop Culture Freak out on oversatthepod.com right now. Check that out. We'll be back with more content next week, and we out.
Yes.
Now.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.